Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys the base to all my DIYs, my natural DIY products, what I use. I use coconut oil, and I'm going to be sharing with you how I make my coconut oil for commercial use or personal use. I like to make my coconut oil in large quantity because all my natural products I use it, and even all my essential oils, that's what I use as my base. So you have to use a matured coconut like this. I've already removed the hard part and also removed the water. Don't throw away the water. You can drink that. Remember I said matured coconut. Take note of that so that you don't use one that will not give you the oil. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, remember to do so, because I'll be bringing you all my DIYs and my shower routine. This is the base for all the product I use for my shower routine. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos. Next, we're going to be cutting this in pieces. Whether you're using a commercial blender or you're using your blender at home, you have to cut this into pieces. I'm using this grater. This is a grater I got from one of my manual blenders. You can use any grater of your choice, but this is what I'm going to be using. I tried chopping it the last time and it wasn't giving me what I wanted, so I decided I'll be grating them, and since I started grating them, I've been getting good results. So that's how it's going to be looking like chips. I sliced them like that. So and I found that is easier to use my grater than chopping them. So I have almost 40 pieces of coconuts, and in less than 30 minutes I'll be done grating this coconut. You see how big it is? Yeah, this didn't take me up to 30 minutes to do. So you go ahead and do this. It will be easier. You will suffer your blender less. The difference between using your blender at home and the commercial blender is that when you're blending with your personal blender, you have to add water for you to blend it. But for commercial, you don't need to add any water when you're blending it. You just need a little water when you're rinsing that off. When he's done blending it the third time, he will need to rinse off the residue from the machine. So the water you rinsed off with, you're going to be using the water to make your white rice, coconut rice, whatever. This is white rice, but I almost finished this rice. And like I said, it's easier to grate than to chop it. Once I'm done grating this, I will take it to a nearby commercial grinder to grind it for me. Yeah, as you can see, he's blending it, but he's not adding any water to it. He will blend this for like 3 times to get the smoothness that I want. At any level, he wouldn't add any water. So like I said, if you don't have these commercial people that stay by your neighborhood, here in Nigeria we have a lot of them around the neighborhood. So if you don't have anybody that blends like this in commercial for you, you can go ahead and use your personal blender, but it means it will not be in commercial quantity. So he's going to blend this again once he's done blending this first one. So this is the second time he's blending it. I need the smoothness. The smoothness this commercial grinder gives is more than your personal blender. This is him putting it back the third time. at any level. You can see he didn't add any water to it. So this is the smoothness that I need. See how smooth it is. Yes, we are ready to make our milk out of this coconut. With this cheesecloth, I'm going to be squeezing out the milk from this coconut. So you take your time and just squeeze out all the juice from it. Remember not to throw away the chaff. Anyway, I don't call it chaff because I use that part for another very important thing. I use it for my coconut flour and also for my poundo. I use it as my coconut poundo. I will go ahead and dry this chaff. This is the chaff that came out from it. So I am going to be drying this so I can use it for my coconut swallow. Now this is the juice we got out from it. See how creamy this is. Oh my goodness. So we are going to be covering this and let it ferment for about 3 days. Yes, 3 days. This is the second day. Actually, the first day it has already separated, but this is the second day. You can see the fermentation taking place. Yes, that's how it's going to look. Let me show you how it looks in the inside. Once I opened it, it was smelling so yummy. This is the third day. You can see the separation. The one down is the water and this one up is the oil. Yay, my oil is here. My coconut oil is already coming up. Yes, so I am going to be putting this in the fridge. I won't let it shake. I'll make sure I gently put it in the fridge for it to solidify. The oil will solidify first before the water. So you can see this is the fermentation taking place. This is the third day. You can see the difference between the second day and the third day. In between the 3 days of fermentation, my oil finished, so I had to scoop out of it. So you can actually scoop at any stage and fry it. You still get your oil, but the solidification is for you to separate it from the water so that you'll be able to, hold on to the oil itself and fry it. If the oil doesn't solidify, you won't be able to, it will be hard for you to separate it with the water. So that's why you need to allow the solidification to take place. After 4 hours being in the fridge, the oil has curdled up and the water has settled down. So I will just make a hole so I can let the water out. So just find a way to make a hole and let the water escape. Take out all these pieces and let this water, and these particles you can actually sieve them and put them back because there are still some particles of oil in it. Once you're done, just put it on fire on a low heat. My gas is on a low heat and I've placed it on fire, and I'm going to be cooking this and turning it often. I'll be stirring it very often to make sure it doesn't stick to the pot. Once it's on a low heat, it will hardly stick, but make sure you're turning it always. Once it turns brown and dries up, you will know that time is ready for you to bring down your oil. You can see there are no more waters and it's not even sticking on the pot. You can see because it's on a low heat. So I will sieve it now. There are still some particles in it, so I'm going to be sieving it again. Make sure you sterilize your bottle, whatever container you're using, you make sure you sterilize it. Now I'm going to be sharing this tip with you. Whatever you got out from this, the brownish part, we're going to be using it for exfoliating. This is great. You can hear the sound. So don't throw yours away. I'll be sharing a video how I use it to exfoliate. It is part of my shower routine secret. So guys, see you in my next video. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comment section. Bye.